Okay, so halacha number 2. During Shivah, the first 7 days after death, right, regardless of whether the mourner is a minor or an adult, and regardless of whether he's a resident or a guest, he has a precedence for every Kaddish recited, right? And he's displaced, and he displaces all other mourners. So these 7 days, so we give him, we give a person, of course, special respect, special special honor, so he can say all of the calculation, because that's the most intense time of judgment. As if you know, if you saw this Hibut HaKever, that's the first 3 days when angels come and put this person, put the bag in the Shama, and they hit him with a whips of fire, right? So this person needs a lot of help, basically. So let's see. Let's do this piece with a commentary. There are many commentaries. So one more time from the beginning with commentaries. During the Shivah, first 7 days after death, commentary, a period of the mourning of the parent is actually comprised of three periods. The first 7 days, the 30 days, and full year after death. Okay, so 7 days, 30 days, and full year. Each of these periods has its own laws, right? So Siman 2:11. Okay, it's maybe it's in volume number 5. I don't know, 2:11 and 2:12. Precedence to recite Kaddish is awarded following the similar pattern, as level of the judgment brought against the deceased is relaxed at the close of the 7 days after death. Relax further at the close of the 30 days, and yet relax again after a year. Okay, so it's 7, 30, and 1 year. Okay, so continue from the beginning, actually. During the Shivah, the 7 days after death, regardless whether the mourner is a minor or adult. So number 6, a mourner is generally prohibited from leaving his home, even to attend the synagogue. As will be explained in the following CF, Kitzur is referring to Shabbos, when the mourner may attend the synagogue. So when somebody passes, so we actually go to this person's house. And as we just say, minor also can say Kaddish. It's not only adult. Minor also can say Kaddish. And regardless whether he's a resident or guest. So what is the difference? Commentary. CCF 12. Okay, we're going to get. When Kitzur will explain what establishes someone as a resident opposed to a guest. So basically, I mean, if the person is a local to the shul, if he's a resident of the town, so we have to give him precedence, not somebody that just came, right? So many times people do the opposite. They put this local society and try to praise the guest. That's not a Jewish custom. He has a precedence over every Kaddish recited. This person in the first 7 days, commentary, as noted in introductory remarks to this Siman, ideally only one person should recite Kaddish, right? When one mourner is within the first 7 days of his parents' death, he is entitled to recite every Kaddish when he attends the synagogue on Shabbos. Okay, so of course in his house, right, he can recite all of the Kaddishim, and when he goes to synagogue, so the morning, there's no morning on Shabbos or Yom Tov, so he can go to synagogue, and there he can recite all of the Kaddishim. And he displaces all other mourners, commentary. During the first 7 days of the mourning, there are 2 reasons for the mourner to recite, receive exclusive privileges. First, the level of the judgment of the deceased is the strongest, as we said, Hibut HaKever, right? At this point, so that there is a great need for the merit of the Kaddish. So meaning their parents or whoever he's saying the Kaddish for, they're going through a lot. Additionally, since the mourner generally may not attend synagogue during the Shivah is first 7 days, when he does attend the entire he's entitled to recite every Kaddish. Okay, so here they say, so they assume that people do not come to the mourner's house, and he basically is sitting Shivah alone, right? And alone meaning without minyan, so he cannot pray with minyan, he cannot say Kaddish, and now Shabbos comes. Finally, the first opportunity, of course, everybody stands back, and we let him say over the Kaddish. Continue. Even if a festival occurs during the days of the mourning, so that the laws of the mourning are cancelled. It's very interesting, right? Cancelled. Or if the festival occurs after the 7 days of the mourning, and cancel cancel the laws of the 30 days of the mourning. So we're going to BeEzrat HaShem get to, right? So what cancels what, right? I mean, this holiday is canceled, basically. In regard to the laws of the Kaddish, the time period that are not cancelled, Kaddish, they still obligated to say 7 days, 30 days, 1 year, right? Commentary. Although generally the duration of the period in regard to the laws of the mourning, of the laws of Kaddish are identical, when the period of the mourning has been suspended, right, because of the holiday, let's say, right, it was suspended, the corresponding period for the Kaddish remain intact. So just because we give them some leniencies, right, in their mourning, right, that does not absolve them from Kaddish. Kaddish is a separate thing; it's always on, right? For example, if due to Pesach, the Shivah period was cancelled in regard to the mourning, it is not cancelled in regard to the mourner's Kaddish right. Right. I mean, he still has to say. He will have the same rights of precedence in regard to the reciting Kaddish that he would have had not be actively mourning. So it doesn't matter. I mean, one does not depend on that. So Kaddish we always say. Similarly, in regards to the Kaddish, we do not say that a part of the day is like a full day. Okay, so let's see. Commentary. In regard to the mourning, the law is that once a portion of the final day of the period has passed, the mourning period is considered complete, and one is not required to actually complete the day. So, older people like myself, so I said Shivah. So on the 7th day, so when the 7 days arrive, so of course we know the 7th day, today 7 days, so it finishes at night. With this law, so our rabbis had mercy on us. They said no, actually the part of the day is considered like the full day. So after the Shachar Sores, so like after we finish davening, let's say at home, when I was staying Shiva, people did not come for whatever reason, doesn't matter. So after that, you just go outside, go around the block, and you finish. Shiva is finished. So even though it's only partial day, but we say it's not true about Kaddish. So Kaddish, you must finish on the night or during the Mincha time. Whenever Mincha is, so it does not cancel. One does not cancel the other. So okay, 1 second. Let me just finish this sentence, okay? That's even during the Mincha Sores of the 7th day, right? When it is considered as though the 7th day of the morning have been concluded, right? He is entitled to recite every Kaddish. So basically, even he stopped his Shiva and he's allowed to go outside of his house on these 7 days, like from the morning, as we said. But still, we give him precedence to say Kaddish. So let me just finish commentary and you ask your question. Although it is considered as though he has completed 7 days in connection with the morning, in regards to the Kaddish, he retains the right to which he entitled until the end day is actually over. Yeah, go ahead.
So I still cannot get it. You say or you do not say Kaddish on Shabbat?
No, you say. So nothing is going to cancel the Kaddish. So we say Kaddish for let's say for a mother or father, we say 11 months. 11 months. So all the days of the month. Okay.
The other question is if there is any difference, someone who passes away on Shabbos or in Erev Shabbos. Is there any difference?
Yeah, it's a big difference for a person. I mean, there is no difference for us who is saying Kaddish, but for that person is different, right? So if he passed on Shabbos, so it's actually a good thing to do, because why? Because they say that there is no judgment on Shabbos. So on Shabbos, as we learned long time ago, Baruch HaShem, in our laws of Shabbos class, that you're not allowed to write, right? And that's why the Beis Din cannot assemble on Shabbos. Why? Because when they told you that you write, you're wrong, or whatever, they have to give you a written notice why they decided like that. So on Shabbos, there is no writing, so there is no Beis Din basically. So this person got under the radar. I'm not sure for how long they're going to get it, but basically that's what people say.
And so Erev Shabbos is bad and Shabbos good.
Erev Shabbos is good. So they say if they can bury him before Shabbos, that's the thing. If not a good day. I mean, he's still getting the judgment. Okay. So continue. Almost finished, just 3 minutes. These 7 and 30 days periods accounted from the day of the burial. That's it's very important. Many people get it confused. They count from the day of the passing. It's not from the day of the burial. Commentary. In CF5. Okay, so we're going to get to it. Kitzur explained that during the first 30 days, this mourner takes precedence over another, one who has already passed the mark, right? So meaning the one who is in the 30 days, it has a precedence. The 7-day period and the 30-day period begins in the time of the burial. So one more time, the time of the burial. Right, and not linked to when the mourning actually began. Okay, so some mourning may begin with a passing, but we count 7 days Shivah. Like the Shivah starts after we come from the cemetery, basically. Okay, mourning period. 1 second. Let me see where Okay, so let me just read from the beginning of the sentence. These 7 and 30 days periods accounted from the day of the burial. Thus, even if the mourner did not or did not hear immediately about the death, right, and is therefore concluded the belated 7 days period, nevertheless, in regards to the Kaddish, it is not considered as if he is within the 7-day period. Okay. So basically, it is possible, especially in the olden days when we don't have all of this communication. So the son would hear of the passing of his father only, 1 month later, 3 weeks later, when he got the letter, right, from his hometown, right. So for him, the 7 days period, Shivah starts right then, right. He starts Shivah, but Shivah. On one hand, but not precedence in the sense of this Kaddish. It's very interesting. Similarly, if the death occurred on a festival, right? In regard to the Kaddish, the 7-day period is counted from the day of the burial. Okay, so of course we're going to learn commentary, and we stop. When the death occurred on a festival, the deceased is buried immediately. But the mourning does not begin until the end of the festival. So that's what actually happened in the shul where I go. So one person lost his mother on. It was actually during the Sukkos, right? So he didn't even tell anybody. So he told everybody that he's mourning after the holidays. However, the period of the mourning in regard to the mourner's right to recite Kaddish is calculated from the time of the burial. Okay, so we can start here. Zrat Hashem. So usually I want to make a little disclaimer. So usually voluntarily we don't learn these things, right? Because it's like bad omen, right? So we start, why exactly we have to prepare for Kaddish, stuff like that. But there is exception. So if it's in our way, on our Seder, in our book, so it's next chapter, so we're allowed to learn, and we're actually obligated to learn, just in case. So in our head, we say it's not for me. It's just in case somebody 100 years from now would ask me the question, should I say Kaddish, should not say Kaddish? So I would now not know what to do. So it's like, keep in mind, so it's not upon us, but we're going to learn this lesson. Okay.